Yeah, it's Johnny Grube from wildmantraining.com. Just got done about an hour ruck with a 40-pound weight vest. That's why I like where I live here. A lot of hills all over town. Good hills, not little ones like New Jersey. Nice central Pennsylvania, steep hills. It's a good walk. I got a nice street path I get. Goes up and down hills all the way back to my house. Takes just about an hour at a nice clip. You really do struggle walking up some of these hills. Some of these hills are extremely steep. Anyhow, when you get a nice exercise, workout program like this, where you do something that opens up the mind, it's what brings me to this video. All through history, tyrannical governments, okay, have used fear, used propaganda, used TV, they use media, they use social media now, they use the news. They use this to scare you, to shame you, to make you do things you don't want to do, because most people are lazy. Most people won't go out and look or find the truth. I mean, how many people actually still buy books at Amazon? How many people actually go to a library anymore? People would rather search Google, who are also part of the problem. Because Google will not give you the searches that you may be looking for. They give you what they want you to see. And if you really want to find some good stuff, you got to go different sources to at least challenge your opinion. I mean, some of the things they say on the media, you cannot possibly be that fucking dumb to believe some of the shit they push out there. Like, for instance, let's talk about defunding the police. We already know who talked about doing that. Democrats in minorities-run cities were the ones that wanted to defund the police. Now they're saying it was the Republicans that wanted to defund the police. I don't get it. Do people not pay attention? They don't. That's why we have the problems we have. And again, still blaming men. Men have the power. Men have always had the power. Men give the power, they take the fucking power. Okay? Men had the power in the home for the most part, but they gave it up to the fucking ladies for the most part. I mean, if you're a man that has a man cave and that's the only place you have in your house, really? I go anywhere as I want in my house. I do have an office/library, home library, but it's mine. I also have the garage where I train. Okay? But I don't need a man cave because it's my house. I can go anywhere as I want. Which brings me back to the propaganda. Brings me back to Operation Warp Speed. If you remember, when Trump was in office, the president and vice president today, now, said how they would not take Operation Warp Speed. Fast forward, he gets in office. They want everybody to take Operation Warp Speed. Okay? They locked you down. You listened. You complied. Only 2 weeks to flatten the curve. What happened? Now you got to wear masks. Fauci said not wearing a mask. Don't wear a mask. Oh, and that's because they didn't want everybody running out in panic and buying all the masks up. Okay, I get it. Wear a mask. Wear 2 masks. Okay? You can eat fast food. McDonald's drive-thru, Burger King, Wendy's. You could order out to your fucking heart's content. They give you an extra $600. People aren't paying their fucking rent. Living for fucking free. Shows you the type of characters they are. They forget that the landlords also, who usually have a mortgage on that fucking building that they're renting, still have to pay the water, still have to keep up with the trash, still have to pay bills also. But these people in these apartments who didn't pay, even though they got an extra $600, decided they would be shit people and not pay it, even though they had the extra money. They'd rather get a Netflix subscription, maybe buy a new iPhone, buy big fucking TVs were on sale. Walmart was fucking crawling with people, but yet mom and pop corner store had to shut down because they weren't essential. Somehow Walmart selling the same shit is essential. All I know is that the liquor stores were allowed to be open and breweries brewed beer like you wouldn't fucking believe. I was at one brewery. I seen a 6-pack for $24. I seen 12 packs for $48. No shit. Guess what? On Fridays, people were piling in to get the fucking beer. No money, no jobs, but can afford that type of fucking money to spend on beer. Pot farms grew crazy big all through history. That's how they got people to comply. Through drugs, alcohol, fast food, sugar, any fucking addictions. See, when you sit in front of that TV, you weren't allowed to go out. And you idiots that listened are exactly that, idiots. Now you're sitting home all day. Got nothing to do, got fatter, 30 pounds heavier is what they say. The average person gained 30 extra fucking pounds. So what did you do? You watched TV, drank more beer, smoked more pot, ate more food. And what did you do? You were fucking constantly thrown. Operation Warp Speed, commercials. You know, you were shamed. You were shamed if you wouldn't get it. They wanted everybody. If you didn't get it, you were less. You were not a good person. They want you to get it so you can save everybody else's life. And that's another thing I can't understand. Is like a healthy person is supposed to take a toxin that they don't want into their body to help a population that intentionally made themselves sick through a shitty lifestyle. Where does that make sense? I don't want to fucking help you. I can give fuck less about you. If you intentionally destroyed your health, don't look to me to help you. I can't help you. I can't motivate you. You have to care enough about your fucking health to do something about it. You have to care enough about your family to care about your health. You have to care enough about you to take care of your fucking health. It's not my responsibility. So don't buy. So shaming me isn't going to ever fucking work. You know, old people, hey man, if you're 80 years old and you're living on nothing but medications, thank God for the medication because you wouldn't be here. The only reason you people, a lot of these old people are even here is because of medication. What kind of lives are they actually living? In an old folks home, somebody wiping their ass. My mom got cancer, died almost immediately. My dad fell over and fucking died. Just fell over. I mean, didn't spend any time in any situation. They smoked and drank and all that shit, and lucky for them. But I don't want to live like that. You know, people say, why do you train? You going to live to a fucking 100? Don't know. But I do know that I want to live as long as I can, as healthy and as physically fit as I can. So hopefully that I will just fall over and die, and I don't have to wind up in some fucking bed with dementia or not be able to talk or not be able to move, and somebody else has got to take care of me while I'm being fucking held on life support with fucking drugs, which I don't want to fucking take. So you people don't realize that it's a big fucking mass fucking delusion of what's going on. And the thing is, when you exercise, and people don't get this, okay? Just think about this for a minute. They were saying how they can't mandate Operation Warp Speed. They can't. Fast forward. Now they can mandate it. All of a sudden, they can mandate it. They do all kinds of fucked up shit. You know, they'll put the drugs on TV, and they want you to take this drug and that drug because they know you're fucking dumb. You're gullible. You're naive. You're fucking sick. You don't want to be healthy. And a lot of it has to do with your fucking mind. Your mind is weak. We all have weaknesses. Not enough people today have been through really any adversity. I mean, if you have an iPhone, are you really hurting? If you have shoes and a warm fucking bed, are you really fucking hurting? Almost everybody's got fucking cable TV. Almost everybody's got a fucking car. That wants a car. May not be the best. Which takes me to people trying to shame people. It's kind of like when people tell other people that they didn't get Operation Warp Speed. I'm saying that because they might take me off. They say if you don't get it, you don't care. You're selfish. Well, again, I'm going to go and say almost everybody today is wealthy compared to most of the world. Most people, college educated or not college educated, have two people working. They say you have to have two people now to make a living. Okay, so I look at some of the houses people live in. Big fucking homes, expensive fucking cars. Okay, so that's done with two salaries. So you put your kid in daycare so you could go off and buy more material things so you can have the best. Now, why do you want the best? Is it for you to make you feel good, show you've accomplished? Or is it so, hey, look at me, I got this, I got this, I got that. You know what? And I can tell you right now, people say, my house is, why don't I buy another house? I'm like, why? I'm going to be 54 years old and all my kids are out of the house. I got 4 bedrooms. The whole upstairs, for a time being, was empty. My kids were gone. So I have half a house I ain't using. Why would I buy a bigger house? Does that make any sense? Not to me, it doesn't. Makes absolutely no sense. My house is plenty big when there's 2 people living in it. And I got 4 bedrooms. I don't know. But this is the way people think. I don't. Because I have had some adversity. There was a time I didn't have a cell phone. I probably had the longest ever flip phone. Not for any other reason. I just didn't feel I needed a good phone. Matter of fact, the phone I'm doing this right now is all broke to shit. Cracked and everything. People say, why don't you get a phone? Why? Still does what it needs to do. I still listen, still see it, still fucking listen to shit on it. And it's a fucking Android. Getting me back to, again, these people who have all these things, these houses, but I'm going to go get Operation Warp Speed. I'm going to save the fucking world. I care about everybody. Why don't you buy a car that you can afford, pay cash, downsize your home, and give your fucking money away? If you really care about people suffering, why don't you give your fucking money away? And I'm being serious. See, you try to shame other people because you do it. Okay? But yet, you won't go any further. Some people say, oh, I donate this. I was like, you know what? I don't want to hear it. You have so much, most of you have so much wealth that you could be giving and doing better. Okay? And still, basically, it's all for you. Even if you did that, it's just to make you feel better. For the most part, yeah, you're helping people out, and that feels good. But it feels good to help people out. So you people that have they want a virtue signal and tell us everybody who don't want to get the Operation Warp Speed, that we're bad people, that we don't care. Maybe some of us actually do the research. Maybe, people actually take care of themselves. Maybe some people don't put shit in their body and don't want to put an experimental that has no proof of actually, I got to tell you, my wife works in a hospital. I know what's going on. I know other people that work in hospitals. If you really want to know the truth, the numbers of the dead are overinflated. The VAERS, the adverse effects from the Operation Warp Speed, is under-documented. I heard some rumor of was more like the people that actually died that were actually healthy was like something like 33,000. I don't know how accurate that number is, but 33,000. Let's say that number is accurate. 33,000 of people that actually died from it that were actually healthy, that didn't have compromising positions, that weren't fat. Because you think about it, the fatter you are, the more susceptible you are. It seems like the people that are getting Operation Warp Speed are still getting it, still giving it, still dying from it. A lot. And then when they're telling you in the hospital that it's the people that are unvaccinated, seems to not necessarily be true. Because a lot of nurses, a lot of people are actually doing their own research who work there. And they're not finding that in a lot of places to be the case. It seems that the people that have gotten Operation Warp Speed are in there just as much, if not more, than the people that did not get it. I'm just telling you. They want you dumb. They want you fat. They want you addicted. Fear is a fucking tool for these people to get rich, to keep getting money in their pocket. That's what they want. They want you to tune in so they can continue to fucking scare you, so they can push you into complying. Remember, 6 months ago, people were saying it's going to be just like Nazi Germany. They're going to want to see your papers. That's a conspiracy theory. 6 months later, let me see your fucking papers in New York and in California. Yeah, start paying attention. Start paying attention. Get fit. Stay strong. Because you're going to fucking need it. Say no bullshit. You're going to fucking need it. We got to stand and fucking fight. Later.